Billions in cuts to the state budget might put high country education on the chopping block. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. State lawmakers need to cut $3 to $4 billion from the 2021 state budget, and school districts in mountain resort counties are in the crosshairs. This from Colorado Public Radio. Some members of the Joint Budget Committee say the state's cost of living formula, which decides how much funding each district gets per student, benefits resort areas the most, like Aspen Vale and Summit. This proposed cut to the funding formula could save $136 million next year by shifting a $320 million burden from the state to districts. Proponents argue education mill levies, like one approved by Summit voters in November, will fill the gaps. But State Senator Bob Rankin of Carbondale has promised to fight for high country schools.
For the 8 years I've been in the session, I've been concerned that resort and rural Colorado doesn't get a fair shake. Our kids don't have all the opportunities that the big district kids have in many cases.
The proposed budget goes before lawmakers in late June. A half-acre wildfire just north of Silverthorne was quickly doused by Summit Fire and EMS yesterday, proving wildfire season has arrived. The fire spread near Elk Run Road when sparks from a construction crew lit grass and sage. It was creeping towards homes a quarter-mile away when firefighters arrived. No one was injured and no property was damaged. 4 neighboring counties had red flag warnings yesterday and again today for high fire danger. Local danger is moderate. April was the leanest month in decades for ski town lodges, the fallout from temporary laws closing hotels across the Rockies. Analytics firm Destimetrics reports occupancy at 300 properties fell 95% last month, losing the industry nearly 98% of its revenue year over year, equal to hundreds of thousands of dollars. There is some good news. Revenue since November ended just 15% behind last year. But also, there's more bad news. Summer bookings through September are way down, 167% compared to last year. The Cala in Summit Cove is showing a little love for Silverthorne police officers right now with free lunch through the Summit County Essential Personnel Support Program, feeding workers countywide since April. The latest now on coronavirus and local ski resorts. County Manager Scott Vargo yesterday gave commissioners the latest on spring skiing and summer operations.
Copper has some interest in not public skiing, but ski team training type skiing.
Copper Creek Golf Course and most amenities at Copper are scheduled to open July 4th. Meanwhile, at Breckenridge,
Breck is still debating internally what they may or may not consider.
That leaves A Basin as the only public option for skiing. The governor decides May 25th if chairlifts can open by June. Ski areas are not part of Summit's recent waiver request, which asks the state for permission to reopen local lodges, rentals, and restaurants by June 1st, no matter what happens with reopening statewide. Local officials do not believe phased reopening of restaurants and lodges will overwhelm Summit's health system. Summit County confirms 200 cases of COVID-19 as of yesterday, with 8 new cases and 1 direct fatality, 1,192 people tested. Colorado claims 22,482 cases and 1,257 fatalities, 968 of them directly from COVID. And now a headline from the COVID-19 Twilight Zone, where, for the first time in 40 years, Waterworld will not be open this summer. The sprawling Front Range Water Park made the call yesterday, telling 9 News that summer just is not summer in Colorado without Waterworld. Upwards of 500,000 people visit the park every year, and roughly 1,000 teenage employees are now jobless. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, the midweek Summit Mountain Challenge Bike Series is getting an emergency facelift. The opening event in Frisco has been moved from June 5th to a tentative new weekend date, Saturday, June 13th. Get the latest at mavsports.com, spelled M-A-V. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.